away for free.
Yep.
Minneapolis is doing 20% off. San Diego, which you mentioned as one of those top-tier places, both wants to expand, add a publicly financed hotel, and last year they spent $3.1 million subsidizing convention center rent to get groups there. So you can't even sell anymore. What you can do is give away.
Right.
Well,
And then you've got to hope that your giveaway and amenities are better than the giveaways at the city down the road.
So these convention center, downtown hotel, bring tourists down is all about revitalization of downtowns, correct? And downtowns kind of had a exodus in the 60s when the urban sprawl happened after World War II, 50s.
Things began to start going bad in the beginning of the 1950s, but yeah, we've had some decades of this. I can't do the history in in Tucson, but I certainly can for a great many other cities. Where did the department stores were usually the first to go, and then they'd be followed by the broader retailers and the furniture stores. Then you would gradually see major office activities, particularly in places like Phoenix and Denver, move out.
Doesn't it have to do with the fact there's a lot of land? If like in San Diego, where you have a land supply issue and you got water, those downtowns seem to make it a little better than the West.
There are a variety of things. Part of it is in a place like San Diego, the willingness of the city to subsidize new development downtown, and that's what they've done in San Diego. They built a baseball park, Petco Park. They built and then expanded the convention center. They provided a variety of subsidies for new condo and hotel development, and now they're talking about, again, a convention center expansion plus a new downtown football stadium. So some cities have been willing to pour an enormous amount of public investment downtown in the hopes of making it work. The difficulty is that over time, the kind of centrifugal forces, the fact that folks are moving ever further out into suburban areas, that the stores and the malls are following them, means that the natural course of things is that downtowns economically keep getting weaker, and the subsidies in many ways distort that.
Right.
They give people the sense that things may be turning around when often they're not.
Right. Hey, we only got lecture for like 2 more minutes, and I definitely will have you on again. It's not like going to be our only interview, but
You're going to make me do this again?
You are absolutely correct.
Oh, God. All right.
The discussion, of course, is all these different tranches of revenue that are going to supposedly pay back the bonds that build these hotels, right? And so, of course, they keep saying the general fund of the city isn't going to be at risk, and Joe and I really believe it actually will be. How many of these deals does it actually ever get back to where it threatens the general fund of a city?
Well, people play games on how they define things, but let me give you a quick version of that. The earliest variant of these hotels that started getting planned and financed in the late 1990s and built in the early 2000s were financed with bonds that were just backed by hotel revenues. The classic case of this is in St. Louis. And the bond rating agencies apparently believed the consultant studies, and they thought...
Did HVS do that one?
St. Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay. So
we got about 45 seconds, Professor. They
apparently believe the consultant studies. Well, the St. Louis hotel has not been able to pay its debt almost since the day it opened. It was earlier... it was actually earlier this year foreclosed on by the bondholders. It can't pay its debt now. And so the bond market has responded effectively by saying, you have to put real dollars behind this.
Right. General fund. Right.
Hey, Professor.
Where those real dollars come from is your business. Maybe they're a hotel tax, or maybe they're another.
They're going to do that.
But you got to put real dollars behind this, because that's what it's going to take to make the deal workable.
All right, David Bowie's telling us we got to go. Professor, thank you very much, sir.
Great stuff.
Quite welcome.
Love to have you on again. We'll talk soon, okay?